Hello again. So we're talking about sources of funding for corporate entrepreneurship. So let's talk first about the internal funding that you have available through the corporation. So the first of those is probably the most commonly thought of, and that's the capital budget. It is a budget designed to make investments that increase the value of the corporation's overall enterprise. The capital budgets for most corporations are controlled by an internal group of people who allocate the capital budget based upon the projects that are presented and the internal rates of return or the net present values of those projects. Again, the capital budget of any corporation is, first, it's finite, so it's not an unlimited source of funds. And I think one of the things that can have a significant impact on you as a corporate entrepreneur is that any capital budget expenditure that is made has a direct impact on what we call return on capital employed. It's just another name for return on investment at the corporate level. And that is a significant corporate metric for most corporations, the return on capital employed. So if you make if you advance a project to this group, and they need to use capital budget money to fund it, that's increasing the capital, that's increasing the asset base or the capital employed base. And so you have to generate enough returns to make sure that you clear the hurdle rate that's been established for the corporation, and that your investment doesn't essentially reduce return on capital employed. Interestingly enough, even though you might meet all the criteria for the project, meaning that you've got a project which generates revenue and or is strategic, and it also has an acceptable return rate, which is in excess of the established hurdle rate, you still may not get the money because, again, it's a finite resource, and you're competing with other people in the organization who are going after the same funds. In addition to the capital budget, there's also something called an operating budget, and that's basically what is spent by department, by major group for operating costs year after year. Again, that's normally controlled by an internal group and is allocated to various projects based upon those projects' returns. It's also finite. The only difference between, I shouldn't say the only difference, but a major difference between an operating budget or advancing a project which impacts on the operating budget versus one that impacts on the capital budget is that if it's an operating budget spend, it doesn't have a direct impact on return on capital employed, although they are still going to want to see that project have a return which is in excess of the hurdle rate. And again, it's finite, so therefore you're still competing against other projects, and you still may not get the allocation of budget funds, even though your project meets all the criteria needed for that group to make an allocation. So those are the primarily two sources of internal funding that you will come across as a corporate entrepreneur.